The chief feature of the chief particularity of three brain beings on the earth, according to Gurdjieff, all written all through Beelzebub's Tales to his grandson, is this need to fight one another, to go to war with another, to destroy the existence of one another. And this is abnormal. This is not normal. And mention was made of the arch-vainglorious Alexander the Great, who made things worse for the three brain beings here on the planet Earth, because he went about destroying the holy labors of Ashiata Shiemash utterly. Thus, he was called by Gurdjieff the vainglorious. Not such a good fellow as we are raised in public education to think that he is, Alexander the Great. The very important point here is that it is clear from this that the most powerful weapon in existence, more powerful than any physical weapon, more powerful than any nuclear bomb, atomic bomb, any abilities that we may develop, hand-to-hand combat, all of that physical weaponry. There is no weapon more powerful than that of true, real harmlessness based on level of being, based on change, on a way of life, of work, of self-change, change of mind, change of heart, self-change, change of being, without which any true knowledge that we may acquire in terms of consciousness, objective consciousness, knowledge is worthless. Any true knowledge is worthless if it does not go hand in hand with work on change of self, change of being. This is what Ashiata Shiemash represents to us. He represents objective conscience, since it was written by Gurdjieff in Beelzebub's Tales to his grandson, that Ashiata Shiemash saw during his time here on earth, that something is going wrong here, as the humanity has lost its way, lost its faith, lost its hope, lost its love. These sacred being impulses, which are features of being, not of worldly life of itself, features of the inner life of being, the being impulses of faith, of love, of hope, that these impulses disappeared in people. Yet there still remained what is called objective conscience. And associated with this is organic shame. And it is by this that we remember ourselves and remember to follow our aim, which of course includes change of self, change of mind, change of heart, change of being. It is on that path that we follow what is conscious self-perfecting, which is especially important for those of us who have developed crystallization in the higher parts of ourselves, what are called higher bodies, and our hope, our faith, our love, guided by conscience, objective conscience, is to attain a scale of reason such that we know what to do. We know what to do to carry on with this work. We know what to do to continue to follow a line, call it aim. The impetus is that we are otherwise a house on fire. We are a house without a master, servants everywhere, in charge, first one servant, then another, and each one acting like a tyrant over the others. External conditions change, and then another tyrant takes place of the one before it, and everyone in the house has to pay for every mistake made by every tyrant, one by one that is in charge at any given time. Always it is due to the mechanical influences of the external world around us. So there must be an aim. Aim is our God. Guided by what? Conscience, objective conscience. And this is what Ashiata Shiemash came as a messenger to remind us of and get us away from this chief particularity of ours, in the words of Gurdjieff, of going to war with one another. All of that is mechanical, all of that is useless, all of that is for no good purpose at all, to want to destroy each other. So the idea of harmlessness fits in with God in His most holy world of the Son Absolute. Non-interference. That's what harmlessness is. Non-interference. So we see in this, guided by this, a way for us to follow, to withdraw from overextending ourselves and getting involved in the world such that we are mechanically brushing up against each other and fighting each other for worldly gain, which things which have nothing to do with development of the inner self, the inner life. It is only being that is indestructible. It is only being that survives death and can ascend this insane life of itself, lunacy here on earth, all for nothing, dust to dust, and what good is it? And what does that tell us about pleasures of the body, right? That there's a rightness and a wrongness to that. It seems that most people live for pleasure as if there was nothing else to aim for and live for.